What's going on, everybody?
How's it going?
Feeling good on a Wednesday.
That was a very elongated one.
That, eh?
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
What's
How's it going,
on?
everybody? And so, just a couple minutes. Sorry, we're just sorting a couple things out.
I was late with dinner. Sorry, everybody. It's my fault.
Thanks, Kyle. It's funny. Kyle says good jam. We literally, like 2 seconds ago, were like, hey, what are we playing? And Derek just started playing that. So I guess, yeah, sometimes just not thinking about it and playing what is coming to your head is fun and good for practicing.
Manny, you can turn Sam's guitar up for me.
You got it.
We did not do that much testing on, well, many things, except for what, I tested all of the stuff I'm using tonight and made sure it worked, but I didn't make sure that it worked with you. So, how's everybody's week? Yeah.
Yeah. How's everyone doing? Bogner, yeah. What were you using the Bogner there?
Yep. I wasn't using it. No, I wasn't. Actually, I was using the Soldano of all things, which is not what I was planning to use.
There you go. Well, it worked.
That's what I wanted to be using.
That's the Bogner? It's always the face.
Yow!
How's everyone? Yeah. Hey, Ed, how's it going? Punenda's here, Andy's here.
Yeah.
David is here. James is here. Everybody. All the regulars. Monster pedalboards. They're kind of also a little bit disassembled. Like, we kind of just threw some extra stuff on here. So
yeah.
They could be a little bit cleaner. They might just look really busy. But yeah.
These are like 100% not the boards that we would choose to use.
These are the ones we take for demoing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I brought these two today, like
right.
the two Strymon pedals from home. But like, these are essentially just the demo boards that we take with us when we're doing trade shows or anything like that, so just so we can have everything on our board if anyone wants to hear a specific thing.
Yeah. I would not have 6 of our pedals on a board.
I have 3 of our pedals on my board.
I would eliminate this pedal for me, just because I don't use it.
I have the G8 on mine. Yeah, G8, G2, and Tilt. Yeah. Well, you got her choking super hard there, though. Okay.
You're like, please stop doing that. Hey, it's working.
It's early for that.
Yeah, how's everybody's week? What's going on there? Cody's back.
Cody's back.
Hey, what?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cheers to everybody. Everybody have a good New Year?
Yeah, what did everyone do for New Year's this year? Anyone play any gigs this year?
Nope.
For New Year's? No. I didn't. I did this year. Yeah, I was going to say I didn't. No, I did. I had a gig with Dallas in Moncton. A tech gig, but yeah, New Year's Eve gig at a casino. Luke is really fixating on the beers there.
Yeah, bud.
Yeah. Yeah, anyone have a gig on New Year's? And if so, what was it? Yeah, they kind of do look like Pringles cans. They're all kind of like tall cans, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
actually, I'm gonna crack one of those.
I had the Alexander Keith with dinner tonight, so
nice.
my nice little nod to Hoogie. Mm-hmm. He's a big Keith fan, so.
Yeah, Mitch, we can definitely check out the Tilt with the G2 for sure. Actually, we can do that now if you want. Might as well. We're early.
Yeah,
Jazz
hit us up with whatever you want to kind of hear, what you want to what you want us to do. We'll do whatever dog and pony show we can possibly do for you.
Tune that quick.
Madison Square Couch. Yeah, I was. My entire house was asleep by like, I want to say like 10:30
On New Year's?
on New Year's, and
Nice.
I was the only one that was still up. Like,
Cranking Rattlers.
no, dude, just hanging out doing nothing, watching reels,
Yeah,
Like-
nice.
blowing an hour watching reels, and then being like, I should go to sleep. Yeah.
So this is the tilt, this is the G2 without the boost, or without the tilt. Sorry, I'll turn the effects off there. This is the boost side here. But the boost definitely helps a lot with like just the overall tightness and then kind of like the high mid range. So once again, without with. And it is dry in here. The neck is moving on the guitar I had at home. Sorry, guys. But yeah, like the boost side itself, I use generally just for that specific thing. But even the drive side running into it, like for a higher gain tone, is. Yeah, so that was running both sides of the tilt into the G2, and the G2, like I kind of like to treat, because I have both of those on my board, and I kind of like to treat the G2 as like a channel, basically, and this is just like a kind of a utility drive that I use for everything, but you can definitely boost the G2 really nicely with this as a drive and this as like its own boost, like kind of just two different stages into that.
Kill the tilt for a second. What's interesting is, and the boost on the tilt, just a G2. Let's hear your.
What type of tone, like the lead, like.
Yeah. Okay. That's my G2. Except I have my gain pulled back further than you.
Where's the treble on yours? Yeah, about the same.
Yeah. Here, let me turn that down a little bit. But it's because I have the gain pot pulled on the D20. Like.
Ah, true. And you like that. I like it flat just because I like being able to have it really, really clean, but. There you go.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you turned it way down.
That's what the pot pulled now. And this is without.
I need to change the strings on this guitar badly.
Yeah, but it's funny, eh? Like the mid-range is totally different with it not.
Yeah.
Then gain down, push pot out.
His delay's cooler than mine.
Yeah, I still kind of like it flat, I think.
What? Manny, come on, man. What happened?
I don't know.
You're like, maybe if you showed up and played your gear before, it would be better.
Also, yes.
Flux was asking what my email is. Luke, can you type it in there? It's Derek@revamps.com.
Plans for a pedal that's not drive related.
Yep.
Yeah, I would say
Yep.
so. Yeah.
Not even
Yeah.
I would say so. Yep. Just it'll be a little while yet.
Sorry, go up
yeah.
go up for a sec, Luke. And now I'm running into the NJ and the purple channel on bass strat. It's remarkably similar. Nice, nice. Yeah, the NJ, the import NJ is really, really not that bad at all, and but like it's quite good for the price.
Oh, the G4, dude. Yeah, you know what you do? There's the move. Like roll the aggression level at off, gain off, and listen. Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
That's a move.
NJ has 3 NJ imports. That's how good they are. That's sick. Hoogie, what's up, buddy?
Boobs?
Thanks for tuning in, bud. Always good to hear from you.
So, what was everybody's highlights from 2022?
Highlights
That's
from
what we're talking
2022.
about
I guess
tonight.
that's the theme for today. Sorry, we always get distracted having fun with gear, but that's why we're here. But, man, sorry, Derek. Buddy ordered amp and tilt.
Yeah.
Paul, what's up, man? Thanks for chiming in. Always good to hear from you as well.
Dude, I'm jealous of Paul Yee. Did you see that Joey Landreth got a signature
The
2
2 rock. Does Paul have one?
Yeah. He has it at the studio. I'm pretty sure it's Joey's. They only made 75 of them.
They're
already all sold to dealers.
Yeah,
like
the clips look on.
And man, it is a pricey endeavor though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it looks and sounds amazing.
Yes.
So, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Scott released a new album in 2022. That's right. Scott
Yeah.
Craker released Rusted to Perfection, his album, which is awesome, like instrumental kind of prog guitar stuff. And yeah, you should definitely all check that out as well. Scott works in the shop here and used a lot of our stuff on the album as well, which he mixed himself. So yeah, definitely check out Scott's release as well. Yeah, that was one of my non-Rev related highlights was getting a new band going. I mean, Higher Lows we started on before 2022, but we kind of just started to release stuff. So looking forward to doing more of that. It was good to kind of just get the ball rolling this year, and next year we'll have more time to really kind of focus on that again.
I will not do that.
Nice.
I will not have a band in 2023. I can guarantee that. So,
Derek, you gotta get the band with Stobes back together. Threadline.
only if he starts.
Threadline reunion.
Only if he like cuts his hair back to the emo haircut with like
You
the
see that?
eyeshadow
You
and
see that I
everything.
still have that picture taped
Yeah,
on Dorian's
it's
wall.
amazing.
I put it there.
I got to meet Mitch's dad. George came by and brought that Hollow Body S2 that we did a little deal on and
Yeah, on the wall
traded
there.
for his brother
I'll
for
have
a
to try that out in a
G2
bit.
and or not a G2, a G20 and a cabinet, and I like the Hollow Bodies, man.
Sweet.
Yeah. It's
Paul,
it's
start a new
good
band with
time.
Derek.
Oh, Dennis, thanks, man.
Dennis, nice, thanks. Robbie, you broke your collarbone. That's a highlight. You must have had a really crappy year if that was a highlight, dude. But I hope not, because that's not good. Start a new band, over 20K streams on the track. That's awesome, dude. Hell yeah. That's sick. Yeah, you've been putting in a long time with that. It's great to see that paying off for you, man.
Paul, there's no way we're gonna start a band, dude.
Got myself an MK3 100p coming in next week. Nice, Richard. That's awesome, man. Great start to the year. You have an MK2 as well, of course. That's awesome. Yeah, let us know what you think between the two of them.
There's a new band in the swollen testicle.
Singular,
Nice.
not a pair. Just one is swollen. You should probably get that.
What
checked
happens
out.
if you have 3 though?
Getting a G120 till G2, G8, UNN, Dave. That's awesome, man. Thanks. Thanks for all the support, guys. It's cool to see that. I mean, when we're asking that, we're obviously not just like fishing for Rev comments. Like genuinely.
Sam is.
No, not at all. Curious, like what personal highlights too. But obviously, it's great to hear of those types of things. And
Yes,
That's why
Robert
we're doing
Baker is right. If I am gonna do anything, I am gonna move to Nashville and start a band with Robert Baker.
go play covers and make a crap ton of
Dude,
money.
we are
playing every
just the dad joke. Yes, and we are only gonna play on Broadway at Honky Tonks.
night. Nice.
That's the move.
nice.
It's the move. Mitch, I have not really checked the PRS out yet. I took it out of its case and it was like
It's right there.
out
Yeah.
of tune. And well, you know what? To be honest, I sat and chatted with your dad for like an hour and a bit when he was here about all things gear and Canadian. And his dad used to build speaker cabinets back in the day. And
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Sick.
so
That's awesome.
you know, I just hung out and then you didn't have any time to play because I have way too much stuff to do.
Now there's a lot of stuff
and I
going on.
leave. And I leave pretty soon for
A while.
for a couple of weeks. So
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, it's right there. Might as well try it out later on the
yeah,
stream.
I'll try it. I'll try it out
Let's
later
get
on
it
the stream.
going
See.
tonight. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, here Light was getting a signed tilt. I'd expect to get a signed one. Nice. Well, I mean, someone made a mistake, but still glad that you got one of all people. So
I sent it to him on purpose. I didn't make a mistake.
you personally shipped the pedal.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Nah. I just
Okay.
told him like take that from there.
Yeah.
We'll play for Hattie B's. 100% we'll play for Hattie B's or Manel's.
Hattie B also singular.
Robert,
Just like the swollen
you need to
testicle.
come to Nashville. Yeah, any of the buds down here that are around, Manny and Dorian and I are going to be hanging out in Nashville, and we'll be
End of the month.
beginning of next month more. And
good.
it's on the 3rd or the 4th.
I think it's on the 3rd.
The 3rd, we're going to do a little soiree at an undisclosed location. So if you're in Nashville area, hit us up because we're going to be hanging out and having some beers. And you like the good old school original Nashville gear and beer
Yeah, man. I remember
sessions.
what was this? Was it House of David that we did at the first one?
Yep.
I remember that. That was the first one I came to.
Do you remember that at that one, because that was right before NAMM, right?
Yeah.
That Tyler Morris was there and he brought Bill Finnegan, like Klon Bill Finnegan.
Yeah.
And like,
I do remember that.
Bill was like the weirdest dude and just bolted as fast as possible. I was like, oh yeah.
I just remember eating way too much Hattie B's and it was like 40 degrees.
Sup,
and it just
Anthony?
Felt terrible, but it was a fun time.
I told Manny already that I'm gonna hurt him when we get to Nashville. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like,
Oh, the food is
with
gonna
food.
punish you.
I'm looking forward to it.
Dude,
Yeah.
every Nashville NAMM we did, I'm just like so bloated by the end of it because it's like barbecue this night, chicken this night, tacos this night, and then more barbecue and more chicken and.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be good.
I gotta say, like, for highlights of 2022, that's been one of my highlights, is that, like, I've been able to go back to Nashville. I got to spend 5 weeks there because we were prepping for the Tilt launch, and I essentially moved down there for, it was supposed to be a month and ended up being a little bit longer so that, you know, Sean and Travis and I could, you know, easily go to, like, Sweetwater and Chicago Music and places like that to do videos. And we did a bunch of stuff at Blackbird, and I mean, that has to be, like, if we're talking highlights of 2022, that has to be my top highlight, work-wise, was, like, getting to work on and release the Tilt and kind of everything around that. 'Cause that's kind of the first time that I got to spend, like, a ridiculous amount of time with Sean.
It was, for sure. And it was funny because, like, we were talking about that and we were thinking of things to talk about. It's like, what's the Tilt? 2022, like it's like time has just been so strange in terms of how it feels, but yeah, like the Tilt release was earlier this year, and that for me it's like it's my favorite pedal that we make, so that was definitely one of my highlights too. And you got to definitely be a lot, I mean in a good way, like a lot more of a part of the process, being down there like directly working with Sean and Travis.
Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was a ton of fun, and you know, getting to hang out with a bunch of real guitar players. No offense. You're a real guitar player, but you're not here most of the time anymore because you went on tour all year.
Well, that's not. Hey, that's not.
We'll talk about that a little later when we go to therapy. Considering.
Okay.
No.
That's good. I was gonna say I have no tours next year, so we're good.
Nice.
That was why I did those tours.
Yeah, I like, and one of the other big highlights for me with the Tilt, I mean, having the launch here the way that we did, where, you know, we had so many great guitar players from around town come in to try out the Tilt, like live for the first time with Sean.
Definitely
was a lot of fun
at Blackbird. Yeah.
And it's just kind of, I don't know, I guess the reason that's a highlight for me is I feel like film it. Yes, we are the Winnipeg crew. So I guess the Il Duchesne crew. Il's Duchesne represents, I guess, Grand Point now.
It's a great username.
Yeah. Phil McCracken. Nice. Actually, yeah, where's everybody from here tonight? So.
Also, what are you guys drinking tonight? We didn't ask that yet. We usually do. I'm drinking the Low Life Cherry Ale, cherry beer. It says cherry beer, sour ale. Which, Low Life I was having, I think, on the last stream as well, which is the new place around Bemina.
Nice.
Really, really like their beers and their space.
Nice. Yeah, I want to finish my thought there about the Tilt
the
stuff.
paw.
Nice. Yeah.
That's sick.
Stop asking where I'm from and what I'm drinking. Fine, Robbie, you don't. Bud Light Lime, Kyle, no.
Well, that's a Kyle drink if I've ever heard of one.
Luke is chirping you so hard right now, Robbie, and he's afraid to hit enter. I don't know why, but he should. Anyway, with the Tilt, it was like the first time that I've seen Dan do something that was like design something that was just like completely outside of what he would normally do, and I feel like him and Sean knocked it out of the park. And, you know, it opened up a lot of doors that I was hoping to see would open up for our company. You know, one thing that has kind of been you know, I don't want to say it's not like it's a bucket list item. It's more of like one of those feather in your cap things that I was kind of itching to have happen for us and trying to make happen for us for the last few years, which was to have some Revv product show up on that pedal show. And, Sean got to go and do that pedal show with Mick and Dan when he was in Europe, and, they were fans of the Tilt right away. And,
And of Sean.
It just kind of helped, in my opinion, like solidify like a lot of the work that I've been trying to do over the last few years to try to move so that people don't always associate us as a metal brand.
Right.
Just because I'm not a metal dude, so that's,
of course.
And
I feel like the G2 is not that, but to some degree, because it was a G series pedal, it did kind of get lumped in with the G3 and the G4. And the Tilt was the first thing that was really, truly outside of that.
Well, and the Tilt just feels and sounds less modern. And not that that's bad. Like,
it's
I
just
like
different.
modern sounding stuff. I still am a big fan of the G2 and the Green Channel. But
it's a different sound for sure.
Yeah.
When a boot, will the merch like Derek shirt? Good question.
Yeah, so we were trying to get it sorted for tonight. Some of the stuff is on the site, but to be honest, it's not on the Canadian site. So just give us a week, because we're actually trying to see if we can find a way to amalgamate the sites without all of the currency issues and all that crap, so we can just have one store. But yeah.
Robbie, what's that on the wall?
Oh.
I haven't got the edit of the thing yet.
No.
No. Luke removed all of the Les Paul pickguards.
He sure
from
did.
the studio.
He sure did have to.
Yeah.
There's more down on the boat. Or wait, no, never mind. There's one behind
There's the
you.
91 right here.
There's a bunch
There's
everywhere.
Dorian's here, but you put it back on.
Yeah.
Even though I told you.
No, you
Les-
told me to put it back on.
I told you not to lose it.
Okay, so I put it back on.
Yeah. So let's talk about some gear there, boys.
Gears is.
I'm saying boys because I think the only female that may be watching, maybe my wife. Probably not yet, though.
Maybe
'cause
my
my
mom
kids
as
are still
well.
up. Maybe your mom. But otherwise, we don't do well with the ladies, bud.
No. I got one.
We were looking at
she's
the
a
old
keeper.
well, we were looking at the old YouTube analytics and metrics and that, and we were like 99.9% dudes. And I'm like, yep, this is definitely the dude show. That's it. There's no
boys.
fighting it.
No.
So,
Nice.
Yeah.
Some of our favorite non-Rev gear, because obviously the Tilt was a huge highlight for us as a company gear wise.
Yeah, and so is the Mauler. To me, I'm not an HM2 guy, so to me the Tilt is like absolutely the shit.
I mean, speaking of the Mauler, I guess before we jump like right into the gear stuff, that was a big highlight for me, was actually getting to go to Sweetwater for the first time.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, like first time
fun.
there was awesome, and that was for the pre-release of the Mauler. It hadn't been fully announced and everything yet, but Derek and I drove down, and we were at Sweetwater for 3 days, I think.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
3 days doing like the office hours and the sales presentation and checking out the studio and all that stuff. And yeah, it was just so cool because we do, what's that?
I don't know, Brightwater, New Zealand Pilsner. I don't know about it. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we do so much interacting with Sweetwater and going to see how they actually do everything. From that side of things, and see the facility was amazing. And just the whole vibe of like how they run everything. Like you come in and basically you're just hanging out, and the people who are working can come and actually directly try your products out, which is awesome. And it seemed like they enjoyed it a lot as well, and were really interested in what we were doing, which is also kind of just a cool thing to see. In person and not just remotely.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was one of the highlights for me of the year too, was that like we finally got to get back to like traveling for like demos, not just you doing that. Like Sean and I spent a week in Southern Ontario. Mm-hmm. We absolutely avoided Peterborough like the plague, purely because we knew Robbie was there. Jag Tana is in, from My Mother Earth is in Peterborough, and was like, dude, you should come by. And I was like, Robbie's in that town. I don't think I can make it.
Oh, no.
Sorry about it. Hey, Chris, yeah, man, that is your PRSS2 hanging on the wall there. I have not had a chance to play it yet, but I'm going to play it a little bit later on tonight.
Yeah, we'll try it out.
Give it a whirl there, buds. See what happens, Yeah, Andy, that was great meeting you on the way and having dinner. That Mexican place was.
That place was real good.
Yeah.
Brent recommended that place, right? McCray?
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna probably stop there on my way to
It was really good.
driving down to Florida.
I will say Minneapolis was not the place that I expected to have super bomb Mexican food, but it was great. It was nice. Yeah.
But it was good. It
was real good.
Yeah, you wouldn't make it out without a flat tire. Nice.
We're from Winnipeg, bud. Don't even try it.
All right. Anthony asked, does it have to be gear that was released in 22? Absolutely not.
No.
Just
No, I think most of ours does not.
no, yeah.
Just things that were new to us.
I don't think anything we have that at least that I put on my list. Like we made like short little lists.
I mean, except for the tilt.
Yeah, but that's just
But that's-
shameless self-promotion. By the way, you should all go buy tilts if you don't have them. Either at Sean's web store or ours. It would be a really good idea for you to pick one up. You know why? Because you'll be able to play like Sean. That's how it works, right?
I get. I'm not going to be like that guy. I was going to say I get the service messages and they're like, "Why doesn't it sound like the videos?" And I'm like, "Cause Sean's amazing." like that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Nice, Warren. Thanks so much, man. I hope you love it. I mean, I genuinely say this, and I'm not just trying to plug our own stuff. If I had to have a desert island drive pedal, the tilt is my desert island pedal by a mile, and I have lots of great drive pedals to choose from.
Just based on the flexibility alone, yeah, I would agree. Yeah, bottom
just
mauler.
that
Nice,
boost, man. That let me see what's what. I said a what?
Nice, Bradley. The Mauler too, man. Like I think, obviously the HM2 side is something new to us, and the G series side is something different than the G3 or the G4, which I really like a lot. So I hope you enjoy it, man. I think you will. Karsten, nice. And Anthony also got a Karsten Grace.
Yeah, I got Anthony's Karsten Grace.
So he bought another one.
Yeah, because he missed it.
And it
So that's my slightly dirty, that's what I would use as my broken clean, but here we go.
top end right away is just there.
Yeah. I don't know how to play the rest of it, but yeah, it's awesome. Nice. Nice. You know what? I got a beef though with Schecter. Looking at your guitar, now, since we're on the subject, why are the best Nick Johnson colors on the imports only? I was looking at the Telecasters, and they're gonna send me the I think the white Tele
the
import.
orange and stuff.
But the USA's are seafoam green, which you have that guitar because
Oh come on, sick.
But there's a atomic blue or frost or I don't know, but there's Daphne blue.
Yeah, that's what you want.
And I'm like, why? Why?
It's funny because Nick has a bunch of American ones in those colors.
I know.
And they look amazing.
Schecter, Michael, if you ever see this, you're not going to see this, but you know what? Just do Daphne blue, please. Nice.
Luke says this is more Daphne looking than the import.
No. Yeah. Oh, is it? Wow. I don't know if I would say it's Daphne. It's
it's more
lighter.
blue.
In the right lighting, it might be. Yeah, maybe.
But I think you're colorblind like me.
Anyways.
Yeah, maybe.
So, so somebody asked what my favorite was it pedal?
Yeah.
Or what's my second choice, Andy? If I had to pick a second choice pedal for a drive?
Desert Island pedal.
Oh man.
Daily driver.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
100%.
That would be yours. Yeah. Yeah, for me.
I didn't pick that as my 2022 because I got that in 2021.
Yeah. But that's a great pedal. Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, probably I mean, it's not to plug our own things, but probably G3. If not,
what's up, Lewis?
Maybe
any
of the Friedman drives, the BEOD is a great pedal.
Don't know how to say it.
Yeah.
Which one?
maybe like a. If it wasn't any of our products, I said G3, and then I was like, well, if it wasn't our products, maybe like a BEOD.
Oh yeah.
Like a Friedman. Yeah.
You go higher gain then.
Oh well, if you back that off, it can still do kind of like the more broken Marshall-y
Oh yeah,
thing.
but I'd go with the Klon before that. But okay, that's okay. You
Yeah,
do
the
you.
Klon won't go high gain enough
You
though.
do
That would
you,
have
boo.
to be in between. It needs both sides.
Klon won't go high gain enough, eh? Let's find out.
It's pretty high gain. Yeah, if I had to have one pedal bit for everything for any of the lower tune stuff, I would like the Friedman would have a little bit more. Yeah. Listen, I'm not saying it's not good.
No, I like Friedman stuff. I actually just bought a. What did I buy? The BE50 Deluxe that is getting shipped here.
Yeah, awesome.
Soon. Yes. The generic land tone overdrive I made is definitely pedal of the year. What's that? You made a pedal? Stop the live stream. You made a pedal? I want to know about this pedal. Come on in. Why does there have to be a lag? The Bogner Blue Ecstasy or the Blue Bogner Ecstasy, yeah. Those are the blue and the red pedals are great pedals. Fortin 33, and I don't know how to say that word.
Ace a hater.
Amazon kit pedal. Nice. Nice.
Nice.
Nice.
Generic land tone overdrive. Nice. Yeah, what was one of your favorites this year?
One of my favorites this year is the Silver Klon Centaur.
Yeah.
Well, okay, let's go. You know what? We'll do this proper. If I had to list my favorite piece of gear that I got this year, this is my favorite piece of gear that I got this year.
Guess what champ this is, guys? For all you tongue seekers out there, which champ is Derek playing into the house right now? Can you see it? Yeah, you can. Me too, nice James, that's awesome. Love you. Anthony says Grace. Other guesses. Andy also says Grace. They're all turned on. All of them are on right now. Everything behind us is turned on with the amping switcher. No. That's your hint, though. Anthony says roll off the volume. Keith, what's up, dude?
Hey, what's going on, Keith?
Best out of site. There it is.
Keith brings the box.
There it is, Anthony.
Yeah, there it is. Anthony got it.
AFD. Yeah.
The slash AFD 100. That is without a doubt. I mean, listen to that. Like. Hit it with the tilt.
Are you running the ABY right now?
No, that's just the Marshall.
Is it?
Yeah.
Pretty sure the Y's on.
Oh. No, that was both. There's just the Marshall.
That sounds even
I had
better.
it down in the stream just to make sure everyone knew that it was the Marshall. So
Thanks, Mandy.
yeah.
Whatever it is.
Waiting for a
It's
hidden
noisy
Kemper.
though. Noisy.
No,
And all my
we have
guitars
the
are noisy.
analog Kemper. Yeah, it's good. They're called amps. The thing I got into to do is my favorite LP Standard 60s Lemon Burst. Nice.
How awesome did that sound with both of them though?
It's huge. Kemper on a
Dude, I used to have a Kemper. I got rid of it for a Bogner Ecstasy though. And then I had to
trade.
sell the Bogner Ecstasy back to the guy that I bought it from because I make deals like that with people that sell me their gear, like an idiot. But I'm like, yeah, if you ever want to buy it back. But yeah. So how about you, dude?
I think for me, honestly, I know this was around with Revv before because Sean had this, but this one is new to me kind of at the beginning of this year. And I know I've used it on a lot of streams, so it's not necessarily new to all of you guys here. But this is my top piece of gear for 2022, which is the US Schecter Nick Johnson, the SSS model. And I was just saying to Luke, like, these are both amazing guitars. This one to me just has something that really feels right to me and just has a really specific sound that I haven't really got from a lot of Strats. So this would be probably my favorite one. I'll quickly just, I don't know, just like all around, I'll step through just the different pickup positions on it. Yeah, just like,
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's so
I just
like,
hate the color. That's the only reason I don't like it. The neck on that is killer. I still do like the HSS more, but mostly because I can't play with the gate.
it does the Strat thing, but also, you know, when you want it to do. It has such a specific feeling attack. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm not sure if it's something you can hear as much because it definitely has a Stratty sound, but the attack just feels so there. And even for the high gain, like the pickups are fairly low output, but just the way they're voiced. Like it's really tight and aggressive, but just super clear. Yeah, I don't know. Just as soon as I played this thing, I was like, yeah, that's what I want from not just a Strat, but a guitar in general. So
Yes.
this would be my top pick of 2022 in terms of new stuff. new
Nice.
guitars.
Yeah, George, I'd love to know the score in the World Juniors. I haven't been paying close enough attention, but that Connor Berard, is that right?
Yeah.
He's just killing it, eh? Bedard? Yeah. Yeah. See, that's how much I know.
Luke, if
I just
you guys
keep-
heard Luke in the background, he's like, no.
Yeah. Dude, I don't know.
Hockey.
Oh, dude, I love hockey.
It was in Moncton, and I think Dallas went to a game when we were there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and I don't know who played.
I just know that Connor, dude, like, broke the goal scoring record so far and is just killing it.
For World Juniors, yeah.
Kyle Connor from the Jets did it?
No,
Yeah.
it's not Kyle Connor.
Thanks, sir, bud. Oh, yeah. Connor Hella, whatever. Like,
5-2 Canada
Oh,
with 9 minutes
man.
left. Thanks, George. Nice.
America.
Eastman makes great guitars. Yeah, I actually, I haven't played
Eastwood
much of
or
their
Edwards?
electrics, but their
Oh,
acoustics I tried back in the day.
Yeah.
We used to sell them at Quest, and they were amazing.
Edwards Les Pauls are good, too. They sound great. They feel great. I'm not on the same team as Anthony. Anthony had a really bad experience with Gibson, and I completely understand. I have a couple of guitar companies that I won't mention on the stream that there's stuff that I won't own just because,
Yeah.
for whatever reasons. So, yeah, Anthony refuses to own Gibsons anymore because they definitely jerked him around on, like,
I heard about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
on like a Murphy, I don't know if it was a Murphy Lab, but it was like an expensive guitar, like a high-end. Yeah,
A guitar that
high-end
you should
guitar.
not have that type of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you shouldn't have finish issues on, and they refuse to kind of make good on it, so he's like sworn them off. And I still like Gibsons without pick guards. That's right, Luke. That's
Thoughts
right.
on Heritage Les Pauls? I don't think I've played one actually, David.
Great.
Yeah, I've heard they're good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've heard
I'm-
good things. I haven't actually tried one, but
They're essentially, unless I'm wrong, they're made in the like Kalamazoo factory. Like that's why they're
so.
called Heritage. Like
I think so.
that's awesome. Very cool. Love the Gibsons. Alex, pick guards or no pick guards?
Yeah, love to know
No
that.
pick guards. Did we do a poll in the Rev community yet?
Oh no,
Robbie's
we haven't
been
done that.
threatening it, but I want him to do
Robbie,
it. So
we
I
should
don't
do
know.
a poll.
Robbie,
So Robbie's a
smack her
moderator
in there.
now in the
Let's go.
community, I think, isn't
Hey,
he?
Bot, can you go grab my phone out of my office for me, please?
Manny's
Thanks.
on it.
Yeah, Bot, thanks.
Everyone say thank you, Manny.
Thanks, Manny. So yeah, Robbie is now a moderator, so he can do those things. I mean, you can do those things anyways, but in the forum, we have a Rev community. We always shout this out just for anyone who might be new, who's watching. I mean, obviously a lot of the guys here are already involved, but for anyone who's new, there is a Rev amplification community group on Facebook where we are all regularly posting and chatting about gear. So I think within that, Robbie, we should do that poll.
Yeah, is anybody? How many? I'd love to know for everybody who's watching, who's not on Facebook? Like who's like?
Just so
No,
yeah, who
screw
doesn't use
Facebook.
Facebook anymore?
Yeah.
I feel like I use it for work.
Marketplace is good too.
Marketplace is great. Yeah, actually, I've found some.
Dude,
good,
I just watch
yeah.
Reels on there for
Yeah.
Reels. For Reels, it's for Reels.
Me either love. I mean, or I love my
yeah,
Explorer.
Explorers,
Explorer with
let's go.
pickguards is different though. Like Les Paul pickguards like are not flush with the body, right? Like it's a different. I don't know.
It's a different vibe.
I think it's a different vibe.
Nice.
Maybe that's why I don't like it. Is because it just kind of sticks out. You know,
Man.
I don't know. I was gonna go look for one, but all of them are off.
on a Facebook. Finally deleted. I feel free. Yeah, free of Facebook. Yeah,
I see. I see.
yeah.
I was just gonna tag everybody in the Facebook group like we said we were gonna, and we didn't do it.
Oh, there you go. Derek's gonna tag everyone in the
Yeah.
Facebook group right now. So if you got this, you are in the Facebook group. If you're not, if you don't get this,
Yes.
you should join the Facebook group.
Yes, you should.
No,
See.
he said
Yeah.
he likes pick guards.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he said that.
Are you doing the pickguard thing right now?
Nah.
Yes.
Nice.
Robbie, can you please?
Explorer guy. Yeah, Alex, Explorers are sweet. Just, I love the Ibanez destroyers.
Yeah.
I want to find one of those one day.
There was one on Kijiji. I thought.
3 Days Grace. Barry has a sick one when he was
Yes.
here. He has a really sick destroyer. Yeah. Mainly use Facebook to check out all the cool guitar gear and, of course, the memes. Yes, of course. Get over and vote. Robbie's starting the poll right now in the group. Let's
Starting
go
the
vote.
bull in the group.
He's starting the poll. Pick guards or no pick guards? Okay, guys, go vote in the Facebook group. Pick guards or no pick guards for Les Pauls. No guitar really needs a pick guard and something get in the way if you're playing.
Someone's selling a
Yeah.
Schecter Nick Johnson.
Yeah,
Orange
and-
one.
You're cruising the marketplace right now.
Somebody-
I'm on Kijiji.
Nice.
Dude, somebody locally was selling the blue one too, but it's an import, and I don't need another import. I want a USA in that color. Come on now. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I think for me with Les Pauls, I was just saying, I don't think it's from like a practical standpoint that I don't like it. I think, sorry, correct that. I think it is from a practical and an aesthetic standpoint that I don't like it. But like on an Explorer, it's cool because it's like flush with the body and it just looks sick with that design. I just think with the Les Paul, like without looks cleaner, I guess.
Nice.
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 But in LA has a destroyer, the real Gibson copy one. Nice, that's awesome, dude. Yeah, from that era, that would be really sick. That'd be really cool to find one of those. Yeah.
So, what's going up, Garrett? Yeah, Edwards. Isn't Edwards like the same as like where LTD is made? Like it's like essentially an ESP. Like not a
I have no
USA,
idea.
but like an LTD.
I think maybe in
like Worlds or whatever.
Yeah, are they Japanese?
Edwards is, I think.
Yeah, that would make sense because like the high end LTD, like the ESPs that are actual ESPs are Japanese. Yeah. Say no to the parka. Is that Smashing Pumpkins riff?
Yeah, but in the wrong key. So yeah, my first favorite acquisition of 2022 is that that AFD 100. That just like.
Open another beer here. Got the Sucrums Brewing Cosmos Dry Hop Sour.
Look at that! I set the gate and it works.
Michael, Happy New Year. Just wanted to say thank you for the Sean Tips of
Oh,
the
dude.
Deep on the pedal. Thanks a lot, Michael. We really appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
That was definitely a highlight for us as well.
Yes. So, what's your second piece of gear?
I wanted to pick a pedal as well, and again, this is something that was just kind of new to the shop here and is a pedal that has existed for a while. And as you were saying, these aren't necessarily like our favorite pieces of gear that came out in 2022, just pieces of gear that we became very fond of. And for me, the Flint was my second choice. I'd seen a lot of guys, obviously, with like playing with Dallas, like in the country scene using these. And I think it's because I now realize the trem on it is really, really nice. And that's not something that I had used a lot of. Like, I find I generally use like delay, reverb, and a bit of chorus. I don't really venture too far from that. But just jamming on this and having it as something that's not necessarily like with the Timeline or the Big Sky where they're programmable, this just being kind of like more of an actual pedal and not just like a programmable thing.
Yeah.
Just really nice verb, really, really nice trem. I'm just running it in front right now just for the sake of how this rig is hooked up. But let's... This is the verb. What do I got here? Mix, decay, and color. And
Hey, Anthony, did you buy one of the Joey Landreth 2 Rocks yet?
like that to me sounds like the type of verb that would come on an amp like that, or like an old Fender, you know?
Yep.
That's the 60s reverb, then this is 70s. That like quite a bit.
Yeah.
And 80s. Which if you want more of like the really spaced out, like, it's a little bit too much. You know. And then the trem, yeah.
Warble, warble, warble.
Yeah, and then the same thing, there's 3 different options on here.
That's the cool thing about Joey's amp, is that he's got like 2 different types of tremolos built in. It sounds killer. They sold out. Yeah, they're $8,000 is what I heard too, which is that's a bit. So, yeah. I know they're sold out to dealers. I don't know if they're sold out. Yeah. You saw Joey Landreth or Bros Landreth in Tiny Club years ago, and Joey was playing some amp that looked like it was built inside of a Marshall MG. I mean, how long ago was that? He's used some stuff from a local builder named Jason Warwa that he had Wawa amps for a while. I don't know if he's still going or not, but yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, I was really, like, Sean really pushed me about the fact that we didn't have a Flint, and he's like, you guys really need one.
It's great.
Then when we were going to do the dealer sales training stuff in Ontario, and we were building the boards, I was like, you know what, I'm going to buy Flint, because that's what, every time we go anywhere, he asks him, like, do you have a Flint? And then he started bringing his own.
Well, I feel like this format works for that type of player too. Again, where it's not like all the storable presets and stuff. Like it's just, you know, a real true pedal in that regard. But yeah, that was another thing I really kind of got fond of this year was the stereo rigs. Like I didn't really care too much about that before, but like just having that, just sounds real good.
Yeah, I really like these radial like Twin Cities for this. Like it works really well for us to,
They're really nice. The radio stuff's really good quality. There's this one reverse delay setting I had. I won't mess around with this for too long, but this, like the... But yeah, the stereo rigs, like just that type of effect that you get with running an actual stereo rig. Like we had that on that, I forget what stream it was where we first hooked that up with like the stereo effects. Just like, oh, maybe I do want to do this.
Yeah.
You know? So anyways, the Flint was yeah, my number 2 pick for this year. Yeah, how about you?
My number 2 pick was the Klon.
The silver Klon. Because the gold Klon was last year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it can do like
That classic.
yeah, like if you roll it back, especially if I don't have the gain pulled.
Yeah.
Like it's got that, and it can get all the way to
Can
like
get hotter than I thought it could, for sure. And yeah, the big difference I found, like you said, you prefer the silver to the gold, eh?
I go back and forth, to be quite honest. Like it's
Yeah.
pretty. I feel like that one is smoother. Like I pointed up to it, no one. Doesn't matter. They didn't have the camera on me. Perfect. So I feel like the gold one is smoother, but this one just has like this extra little bit of like.
It has the gain that you like that
Yeah,
hairy
like the
mid-range,
hairies.
almost like. I mean, obviously they're different things, but like that kind of like sizzly mid-range that the 740 has, like the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
Is the timeline and Big Sky combo still the delay and reverb king? I personally really enjoy them. I definitely think that there are comparable products nowadays that do just as high quality of tones that are just as good. I like how these sound. I'm familiar with how they work, so that's why I use them. But like the time or the Eventide stuff, like the H9 is great. The time factor is great. Any of the Eventide stuff is really great.
Is the Eventide stuff really great?
It is.
Okay, great.
All of it.
Just checking.
Well, I was just thinking, like, what else? It was funny because I was
GFI system, Specular Tempest.
Yeah, it was funny because I was saying lots of
Source
brands, and then I thought about the two
Collider?
things that came
Yep.
to mind were the Eventide products. I was like, oh, I guess they're kind of like the most comparable thing, but yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like the H9. You can post that, Luke. It's okay. You don't have to.
DL4,
Yeah.
Line 6 DL4.
Do you have my DL4 at home there, bud?
No, I have
No?
Brent's.
All right. I haven't tried the H90 yet.
No.
I'd like to.
No. I haven't tried the GFI stuff, David. Manny said that, but you've tried it?
I have, yeah. I mean, I have the Strymon stuff, which is why I haven't switched over to the GFI system stuff, but it sounds great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I'm, yeah.
I have the Nemesis delay, but it really scratched the surface with it. Check that out.
I think there's lots of things that'll get you there, right? Like, those are the tones that I'm going to, like... Like, those are the tones that I'm going to go for.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, the Avalanche Run and the Big Sky will do it. The Flint and the Avalanche Run. The old carbon copy will get there if you want.
Yeah. Anthony says nothing does the cloud verb like the Big Sky. I would agree with that. Do you ever try the, they didn't do like the big kind of fully functioning pedals the same way, but Nunabur. Do you remember Nunabur when they had the shimmer?
I actually have I've got the Wet Stereo 2 or whatever.
That's a really good sounding reverb.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
I would say that's the closest thing I've heard to the Strymon verb, like the cloud verb is the Nunabur.
Yeah.
The wet reverb, yeah. And then the shimmer does the same thing as the H9 with that kind of like octave that comes in underneath the verb that you like. Yeah.
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 And the H9, the Shimmer.
From Eventide. They're good.
Are they good?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Oh, is that who makes the H9? Oh, fine. I like that one.
Yeah.
I do. It's
Yeah.
good. It's in my room right now.
Nice.
Yeah. Because
Yeah,
we're
Flint-
slowly building pedal boards, right? Didn't we start that about 6 months ago? I don't remember what pedals I chose. I'm going to have to go back and watch the streams
Yeah.
that we did
Well,
to see
I
what
was going to
pedals
say
I chose.
I was going to say one of my goals for this week was to start digging in with the switchers
Nice.
and actually getting them going because they're there. The Immerse, yeah, that's the one, Michael. That's the one I was thinking of. Nice. Heard the Strymon L cap. Strymon L cap is really nice. Yeah, we have an L cap here as well. I think we had a couple here. It's essentially like a tape delay, or it sounds like a tape delay. Similarly to what's like the D tape on the timeline. Heard the reverb of the crap on the Grail Mini. Nothing wrong with that, man. We sold a lot of those back in the day. Like for the price, it's a great reverb. Canada wins 6-2. Nice, thanks, George.
Nice.
We won the Stanley Cup.
Nice.
Nice.
Let's go.
Won the Super Bowl.
The super ball.
Oh, dude, you know what? Antonio, I 100% agree. It blew my mind once I connected it to the app and could use the app on the H9. I was like, oh,
it was
this
funny.
thing
You
is
used to sit here and you're
amazing.
like, why do I like this? What does it do? As soon as you got the app on the phone, it was like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should have been using this for a long time. So, yeah, that was my second one was the good old trusty clon.
Good old trusty clown.
I would say this. I don't think I would even put it in my, like, it's definitely not in my top 3 of pedals that
you have.
No, that like if you're talking about desert island stuff, like of what's 1 and what's 2 and
Right.
stuff like that, I wouldn't put it that high in there. But it's one of my favorite things that I got this year.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good find too.
Just like the AFD 100 isn't like it's not a desert island amp for me by any means.
No,
But if I get to have multiple amps,
you would obviously want one.
it's high up in that list.
Yeah,
Like,
and it does its own thing
Yeah.
too, right?
Yep.
Nice. Let's keep it rolling here. Just tune this thing
Why is
up.
it called that, Manny?
I didn't name it. It was just what it was on. So you know.
You made that preset.
What does it
I
say?
mean, I made the preset. I didn't name the preset.
Who named the preset? Luke?
No, I wish.
I think that's just what it was.
I wish. Actually, I don't know
Did
where
you
the
see it?
30 came from. Hold on. Let me
I think it's number 30.
There you go.
I think that's what it is.
It's the 30 cum. I don't understand why. You guys are children, you know that?
Yes, we know that.
Oh. What
There
you
we
doing
go.
there, bud?
Yeah, Cumulus.
Cumulus is what it's called.
Well, I think for me this was another one, and I am not ashamed to admit it because I don't think there are really any guilty pleasures with gear if you like something, but this is the first Les Paul I've actually liked, and 2022 was the year that maybe everything went so crazy that I ended up liking Les Pauls. And I don't like all Les Pauls, but I really like this 91, so for me this would be probably my third favorite pick of gear this year. When I was doing videos, like anytime I needed like a humbucker sound, I ended up grabbing this and a couple other guitars, and this was like pretty much always the one I ended up settling on sonically.
Yeah.
There's just something about the 91s, and I guess Dorian was the one who kind of turned us on to the fact that 91s are so sick.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is about them, like just something about the way they were made in this year. But yeah,
It's killer.
Yeah, you ended up picking one up, and it was like the same thing, you know. Like Dorian's got I think 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah, he's got, I think he's got at least 3 or 4 from the 90s, like 91 specifically, but he's got like 95s and other stuff too.
Yeah, and you decided
'cause
to
there's
pick one
no
up
pick
because you
guard.
tried his and you were like, oh, these are sick.
Yeah.
And yeah. Oh, Luke took the pickguard off.
Oh, yeah, greetings from Greenland. That's awesome, Nick.
And it is because I turned 30. That's what I was saying earlier. I'm old now. Does that. It's not necessarily what you would do with a 91 Les Paul, but it does that really well.
You standard or you half down?
I'm on drop D.
Oh, nice.
So standard, yeah. What are you half down?
No, I think I'm just way out of tune.
And that's the one you got from Mitch's.
Yeah, Chris Fraser.
D4, Antonio? So yeah, the G3 just has a little more top end. The D4 has more sag. Yeah.
That sounds good.
Ryan says, I like the sounds at a dance. First dance. That's the thingamajig.
Yeah, this is the new hollow body, the PRS-S2 that we got from Chris Fraser.
Sounds nice.
Sounds great, man.
Really nice. I love these tuners. A bunch of the PRSs I've been working on with the Dallas guys have this, and they're really nice. Fish bulb, see you later, dude. Oh, thanks, Derek. Yeah, just kind of messing around with something.
That's the split. Sounds fine.
Yeah. Sounds really nice.
Derek didn't say anything about my playing.
That's the trem?
Yeah, I didn't
It's
even
the lag,
check if
that's
there was a
why.
bar.
That's fine. It'll come through soon.
Smash that like button there, boys.
Boys, smash it.
Yeah.
Smash it. Play Sean's intro to his video, so I don't even know if I can play it, actually.
There we go.
Oh, there, no, you said that before. Thanks, Derek. Just as genuine.
Chris, did you have this set up for a half step down? Because I feel like it's, I feel like the
The
bridge
phase 2
is, the
locking
bridge is
tuners, he
lifting
says.
a bit.
Christopher says. Nice.
Yeah. Ryan, you had an AFD 100. How did you like it, dude? Ryan was asking if the G20 can get Marshall-style tones. I mean, you can get like a good crunch tone out of it, but it's going to be more modern than a Marshall's going to be.
The voicing's
for sure.
different, yeah. The closest thing I think we've done to a Marshall is probably the G4. Or the maybe the Mark II Dynamis. I don't know.
The G2 is closer to a Marshall to me than the G4 is, but
Yeah? Yeah, that's true. I guess when it's pinned.
Ryan, dude, I had a AFD 100. Part of the reason that I'm all hyped about the fact that I got one is I'm in the same boat, dude. I had one. I sold it in, I don't remember what year, probably like 2014, 2015. Probably 2015 I sold it, and I immediately regretted it. And then I got one this summer in an auction.
Nice.
And they actually had two in the auction, and I kind of regret that I didn't buy both of them, so.
Cliff. No. I do. This is just the stock boards that we use in the shop here and for doing demos. So this basically just has all of our stuff on it. And then I did throw my Big Sky and Timeline on here. I will say, though, I use the Tilt and the G2 on my actual board. So out of this stuff, the Tilt, the G2, and then the Big Sky and the Timeline would actually be on my rig.
That's why he set this up for a half down, and then I went and ruined it by putting it on standard.
Another trem,
so
trem's going on.
Oh,
yeah.
dude, it's like the action's like super high up here then because of it, because it's going like whoop.
Yeah.
Yawn. Yeah. Anthony, it sucks that you have something and sell it and have to find another one. I refused to sell him back the Karsten Grays. I was like, no, dude, I'm not. Like, he's like,
how many times have you and Sean done that?
What's that?
How many times have you and Sean done that? Like buying stuff back and forth from each other?
Oh, too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like, yeah. That's why I have that DGT now, because he's.
Oh, that thing is insane.
He had 2 of them, and when I first met him, he didn't have one of them. He had sold it when he needed some cash,
Right.
and he just got his other one back.
Right.
Like in the last few months, and so he's like, now he's like, I don't ever need the other one back, and I'm like, oh, good.
Good, because I'm keeping this one.
Yeah, I don't want to get rid of that.
Yeah, I don't know. I was recording a song with it yesterday. Tried to get some of it done today. Just trying to just get some demos going again for next year. Like that's something I definitely want to get back into doing is regular YouTube content. And yeah, I was trying, like usually like depending on the idea, I'll like start tracking the first riff with like 2 or 3 different guitars and just see what feels right. And yeah, the DGT just crushes. It's
so good.
Such a nice guitar. Yeah, I generally do like PRSs. There have been some that I've been like kind of indifferent to. But this specific DGT is like one of the nicer guitars I think I've ever played for sure.
I know a lot of people who feel like they're a little bit like sterile. I know a lot of people that's they're pretty guitars to look at, but not pretty to play is what lots of my friends who aren't really PRS fans have to say. And I can see it with some, because I've definitely had some that I'm like, I don't really, like it looks great, but I don't really gel with it. So
More hardcore Anthony. Yeah, it'll get there. I gotta do another Mahler demo. Well, I guess I didn't really do like a full Mahler demo. I just did the song for the release video.
Dave, I'm totally with you. I'm sold on the DGT SE too from the video, the launch video. I want to get one once they start rolling up and rolling out, and we'll do some comparisons to see how they are.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
What was the other SE recently they announced? Was that the one? Was that it? I thought it might have just been the DGT SE. I heard there was another SE coming. Maybe that was it. Who was I talking with about that? Might have been one of Dallas's guys. Might have been Jeremy I was talking with. But do you reviews on what pedals and guitar combos sound best on the Revv? Sure, we could try that. I mean, we just do a lot of that on the stream because we're generally running through either the D20s or the G120s.
Yep.
Yeah, Ryan, I saw the order cab. That's awesome, man. Yeah, Ryan hit us up about ordering a custom cab. Are Creambacks with V30s crossed a good setup for G20? Yeah, like the stock option we're doing now is V30, so the Creambacks are kind of like a custom option now. But the Creamback definitely does have more low end, like a little bit more kind of a balanced low end frequency. So depending on what you want, like, you know, obviously people who don't like the harshness of a V30 might like a mix. In a 412, I forget if you ordered a 212, I think it was a 412 Ryan was looking at. In a 412, even 4 V30s I think would have enough low end to get the job done for sure.
Oh.
What's up, man? How's it going? Thanks for tuning in. Didn't miss it.
So my next piece of gear that I was a big fan of is this Fairfield circuitry.
The Wiggly machine.
Yeah. The Annoy Sam machine.
No, it sounds cool.
Yeah. Parametric EQ with the tilt.
Your face is almost as bad as the sound.
It's so awesome. Like, it's so useless, but so awesome.
I will say it can do some cool actual sounds. That feature is a little useless, but... Oh, I actually just hurt my neck turning to look at you for that. But it actually sounds good, like as a drive.
It's weird that, like...
Sounds kind of like a theremin, yeah, 50s sci-fi.
It's weird that it's like
Scooby-Doo.
oscillating like that, Harry. Hey?
That is interesting. It just does a lot of different stuff.
It's a cool sound, though.
It's like old Western.
Yeah.
And mixed with like a hovercraft. With the flint, hold on.
It makes me smile so much every time I touch it. It's like,
It's just fun.
but I mean, that is actually like that, like,
The more beers, the more the dial. Not fully figured mine out. Anthony has one of these too?
you have this? No.
Forget harmony. If you could hook up an expression pedal with this thing to do that, that would be wild. That's what you guys need to do at Fairfield Circuitry, make this thing so it takes an expression pedal. That was a good one. Okay, there, Tom Morello.
How do you slow it down?
There you go.
I don't think you can slow it though. I think it either goes into that flutter.
It might depend on the frequency you have selected. Right? Because now it's a lower.
Yeah, that like,
Yeah.
yeah, perfect for a Tarantino film, 100%.
What is it? If you turn that up, what does it do? Is that the squeal knob?
This one says Q, so I'm assuming that's the EQ.
Yeah.
Then this is the frequency. And then there's gain, tilt, and volume.
Sounds cool. Like, it does sound actually musical on top of just squealing with it. Whoa.
Oh, it's like
Whoa.
Star
This thing
Wars.
beamed up to space. It does sound like a theremin. I saw someone comment that is
Yeah.
that like in the old Scooby-Doo movies.
Cool ass pedal.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things that I,
Could be
could be
usable. Exactly.
yeah.
What's one piece of gear you want most in 2023?
Man.
A nice HSS Strat of some kind.
All right, I'll join you on that. I think probably the Nick Johnson Telecaster.
Yeah. Yeah. You've been talking about that forever.
Yeah.
You need the PT
Like
NJ. Yeah. Yeah, I'm really curious to see what that feels like if it has a similar neck profile to the. Like, I wonder if the neck's gonna be thicker than the Strat.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll see. We will find out, folks. That or honestly, like, I need to get a good playback rig. Get like a nice, like 8-channel interface and a power conditioner and yeah. You're a half step down, aren't you? Yeah, I saw Anthony comment, this is a lot more springy. Like, it's a lot more ampy for sure.
And I also saw that Ryan commented about Dan's First amp, yeah. No one's getting that. That's mine now. So, but sorry, Anthony Constance, you want my PT import. I already have one on the way from Schecter, like one of the imports. So.
Anthony, I think I would get an NJ HSS. I'd also be open to, honestly, anything. Like, I'd love to get an Aristides HSS with trem. Like, I have an HH. I mean, my HH has like the 5-way switch, so I can get a lot of the split options. But I'd like to have something like that with a trem. So maybe like an 060 HSS, or a Tom Anderson or a Sir or a Schecter. Wouldn't really matter.
James Tyler.
James Tyler. I don't have the money for that.
Jimmy
but,
T.
Yeah. The Fender Tele Custom HH with the set neck. I have not, but I'd imagine, like, honestly, Fender's still kind of consistent across the board. It's kind of hard to doubt anything they're going to do. How many channels are y'all running for these lives?
Manny, how many are we running? 6, right?
7.
7?
Well, 9 including talkbacks and stuff.
What's the 7th?
Well,
4 guitar.
Captor 5 guitar.
5 guitar. Why
Because
5
your
guitar?
Captor is stereo.
Oh, stereo. Okay.
The G, and then you've got the G20 on one side as well, and then Sam's running stereo.
Yeah. So.
I'll tune this one down.
So one of the other. We both had kind of a favorite pick from this year as well.
Yeah.
And
Out of well, you definitely went in on the amps this year.
yeah.
It was more an amp year than a guitar year this year. Was it? Yeah. What did you buy more of this year? More amps or guitars?
I don't know. I don't know how many. I didn't get very many guitars this year.
It felt more like an amp year.
Yeah. Definitely a pedal year.
Oh,
Way
yeah.
more pedals.
Yeah. Undoubtedly.
So
Yeah.
that one. That's our next one's up. Next one up is an amp that we both agreed on.
Yeah, play it.
Can you guys guess what amp it is?
Was that it?
Oh yeah. Thanks, Luke.
We have a banner now.
Or Luke messed up again.
Yeah.
Nice. Did you make the banner?
Manny did.
Oh, nice.
Yep. So yeah, Bogner Ecstasy 101B.
Yeah.
I
that was
had one of these for a while from our good buddy Jeremy Bortat.
Yeah.
He traded me for his Kemper. He also does our web design. And then he was like, hey man, I want to buy that Bogner back. And I was like, all right, yeah, that's the deal. It's yours. Damn it. So yeah,
He's buying it back?
he did. No, this isn't his. So I bought this one when I bought the AFD and the Soldano.
Yeah, no,
But-
in that auction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got back his 101B, so
Right.
I didn't have one for a while. And that's
Right,
when
and now
this
we have
one,
it,
which
yeah.
I have to say, it's red. And I hate red Tolex stuff. So,
Yeah?
like, it was the only one they had. I think it looks fine,
It
but
looks
I
good
like,
with that red 412 we have, like the Canada one.
what's that?
The red 412 we have.
Wha- Yeah, we should sell that.
We should.
Yeah. I'm curious about the Uber Ultra as well. I have to say, I've played a couple of Uber Shalls. Wasn't a huge fan of them. They're really dark sounding to me. Yeah. Oh, Perfecto. Yes. Yes. I totally forgot that was this year. Yeah. High on my pick list is my Ernie Ball Van Halen.
Oh, yeah. The Music Man.
Thank
yeah.
you, Perfecto. Everybody say hi to Perfecto and go follow on YouTube if you don't.
For sure. Great stuff. Great guy. Send it out to the shop. That sounds awesome, man. Like, that's such a, yeah. It's the first amount of time I've really gotten to spend with a Bogner.
So yeah, that's That's the Uber shell, or not the Uber shell. That's the Ecstasy with the D20 and the tilt. It's killer.
Sounds super, super sick.
But yeah, like.
Yeah. Sick. Put some Black Western 12
I'm not,
on it.
I won't change it. It came the way it is. I'm over changing pickups and guitars unless it's like, I got Fluff's pickups that I gotta try, like, or like Chris from Peg City Pickups sending us stuff. But I'm not.
I gotta get that set of pickups from my dad. He has them now. And I gotta decide if I want to put them in my 060 or if I want to put them in my in the Strat. Put a humbucker in it and see how it goes. But who knows?
You know what I would do? I would get a whole new pickguard.
Yeah.
And just swap the whole thing.
That's what we were talking about. Because underneath, I think it's probably routed for a humbucker. Yeah. What else? That's nice. Perfecto. Yeah. Yeah, don't dislike it enough that you want to retool exit. The red. What?
I don't even know how to play it, right? Like. Yeah, he's not a good. You can post that. You can make fun of me. I don't care, dude.
Neither are you, Luke.
I know.
Get David
And
to
I'm
do it.
glad that I'm not going to be the one that Retolexes it.
Do you know how to play that?
Sorry?
Do you know how to play that?
No.
That's Kim Mitchell. It's Patio Lanterns, right? Like.
Yeah. Close enough.
I don't know how to play it. Anyway.
Thanks, Mitch.
So, you know what? I don't. Normally, if you want to ever buy it back thing, it's normally when guys have come to me and been like with the Bogner with Jeremy, he's in a great pop country band out of Ottawa called Rivertown Saints. You guys should check them out if you're into pop music at all, especially pop country.
Yeah, they're great.
They got one of my favorite songs from this last year is their song "Turn It Up."
Yeah.
I think it's just a
great tune.
just a banger of a pop song.
Yeah.
And I absolutely he messaged me and was like, "Man, I need to get a Kemper. I'm doing so many fly dates." Like he uses a 120 and he's like, "I would love to I would love to be able to take like the 120 channels with me, but I can't fly with it." And he's like, "I got to get a Kemper, but I don't have any money." And he had the Ecstasy. So I kind of joked and said, "Well, trade me your Ecstasy, right?" So, and same with Sean. When Sean sold me the DGT, his daughter was going to college and he needed a little bit extra money to I think to help get her up to Boston or something. So I was like, "Well, yeah, I'll buy it." And I feel like if you are ever in a position that you need to sell a piece of gear and I'm in a position to buy it and it's something that I would want,
You'll probably.
I'll probably buy it, but I also feel like I would hate it if I was in that position and I could never buy it back. I got to buy back my first guitar that I ever had.
Yeah.
I've gotten to buy back stuff that I sold at times where I shouldn't have sold it. So I kind of feel like it's just good form to, if it's for your buds, you gotta.
For the boys.
Gotta help them out. But Sean, I'm not selling you back that GGT ever. There's no way. It's done. It's a done deal. So Sean's not watching tonight. He's I'll out him a bit. Shawnee's off on vacation for the first time in a long time with
Good. He
his wife
deserves
and his
it.
kids.
Guy works hard.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Off topic, kind of. But what's everybody's favorite song that released this year?
Yeah, that's a good question. What was your favorite music release of 2022?
Mine was Night Stalkers by Megadeth. That's my favorite song that came out this year, I think.
Nice. What's yours?
Turn It Up.
Rivertown Saints.
Yeah, Rivertown Saints.
Trying to think of biggest songs. I really liked the new Counterparts album. That was probably one of my favorite albums this year. That was really, really good.
Yeah.
Probably their best album, honestly. and they have a lot of great albums, so that's a good statement. And I think they might have used a Revv on it. I don't know for sure, but I know that Putney mixed it, and they reached out to Dorian through Comeback Kid after asking about 120s. So I'm assuming they tried it. But, yeah.
I'm going to put a little disclaimer on that Rivertown Saints, so if you guys go listen to them and you listen to the song Bonfire, you're going to want to stab yourself in the ear till you die. So don't listen to that song, and Jeremy, screw you forever writing that riff or coming up with that and dealing with that. That's horrible, bud. It's terrible. So actually, all the buds should go listen to Bonfire and then drop a comment about how it's a steaming pile of dog shit. Then listen to Turn It Up and crank that shit.
2 guys for Polyphia. Yeah, the new Polyphia record this year was friggin' nuts.
Yeah.
Super, super good. Yeah. Like production-wise and guitar-wise, like everything about it is just totally pushing it to a new direction, which is awesome. Those guys are very, very sick guys and unbelievable musicians. What
I'm
else?
in the tune.
I like Beguiled. Actually, that just
Yeah,
reminded me.
yeah, dude, it's a good riff. What's the Metallica song that is like crazy similar
Lux
to?
Eterna.
No.
Oh, I thought you were.
Oh, no,
asking
it's,
if that's the one that came out this year.
Off of
is it
Injustice. What song?
Is it Harvester of Sorrow?
I don't know. There's a song on Injustice that it's like that is very, very similar to.
It might be Harvester of Sorrow. No, not. I'm Googling it. Injustice for all track lists. I think it's Harvester of Sorrow. Dorian told me exactly what song it is.
Oh, Shortest Straw.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's either the Shortest Straw or Harvester of Sorrow. Yeah, that's it. Man, I gotta listen to that album again.
It's so good.
Such a good record.
Nice, Chris. That Chris chose
Shortest Straw.
Silvertongue.
Yeah, that's what everyone's saying.
Chris, or it might be Eye of the Beholder.
No,
It's Shortest Straw. It is Shortest Straw.
Chris said Silver Tongue by Alter Bridge. The new Alter Bridge Pawns and Kings record is really great too. Yeah.
Yeah, Robbie, I haven't listened to Metallica either, but I've heard people say that relative to
It's good.
their recent releases, it's pretty good.
It's real good.
So that's great.
You haven't
like
listened to the new Metallica tune?
It's real good.
Like, I don't like Metallica anymore.
I don't know, like, I'm definitely not to hate on it. That I like listened to that religiously for a while, and it definitely did a lot. But I just don't listen to that type of stuff as much anymore. But I should check it out.
Yeah.
Lamb of God, Animals as Leaders. Yeah, the new Animals record this year was crazy.
Yeah, that one was awesome.
What do I have on? Nothing. That's just an amp.
Which amp?
No pedals on.
That's the Bogner.
No.
And now we go back to
Back in time.
Yeah.
Full circle.
I don't even know when. Long time.
Okay, guys, what amp is Derek playing now? Round 3.
I won't spoil it.
Jacob, no monitor with this. It's so good. Okay, guys, what amp is that? It is behind us. Yeah, it is. Nice try, Eric. Fair guess.
Can't do that because they're not well matched.
Key. Yellow PRS is not a baritone. Not the G20. Nice try. No, no one's getting this one. That should be your hint. It's an amp that will stay here forever. It's not fair, Andy.
Yeah.
You already know what it is.
Yeah.
So that is the first amp that Dan ever made.
That is also
Ever.
my favorite thing, like in my top 5, and probably the top of my top 5.
Yeah.
favorite things from 2022 was
Rediscovering the same.
yeah.
Nope, this is the 7 watt that Dan made. Doesn't really have a name. It was before the generator series of amps. This is before I think Revv even really existed.
It says the generator on it.
Does it?
Yeah, look.
Oh.
But it doesn't. It's not like a generator. So, yeah, like. Yeah, I don't have anything running, like, because I don't think there's an effects loop on that amp either, is there? Or
There
It's
is.
not-
We're not using it
yeah.
though, and it only has 12 AX7s in it, and then
it's got a 12,
or only preamp tubes.
12. Yeah, it's 12B something. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, but. $320,000 US wouldn't even do it, dude. I'm like, it's not going anywhere. Like,
Yeah. It just sounds so good. Yeah, everyone who's heard it has said the same thing, Ryan. It's like, why don't you do that now? 12BU, thank you, Matthew. Hey, it's Matt. What's up? What's going
Yeah.
on? He knows. Yeah, it's a 12BU.
yeah.
But yeah, like anyone who's heard it has been like, oh, yeah, you should definitely make that a new thing. And I think as like a smaller single channel high gain amp, it would work.
I want to just take the preamp channel, and if it sounds that good at 50 watts, just do it at 50 watts with a pair of like EL34s or 6L6s.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But that sounds good, but that sounds like really raw.
You're not playing it, are you? No.
No.
No. You're playing the G3.
Yes.
No.
No. Well, I think closing it out for me would be this. This was my 3rd most used guitar this year.
Yeah.
And I think it's just a custom 22, and you acquired this through trading for
I traded a
SG
Gibson shitty guitar for that.
with Fishman shitty pickups. I mean, no,
Modern.
I like
Fishman
the,
models.
I like the Fishmans.
Luke's upset. He feels attacked.
Yeah, sorry, that was very exaggerated. I do like the Fishmans. I just think that, like a lot of other active pickups, they sound similar no matter what they're in. But they sound good, and if you like that, then that's
He's
great, 'cause they
backpedaling.
sound- No. I'm always at that stance of like, oh, if you
It's
like
like Ken
it.
Susi might see this and then I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
I don't
Oh
care if
no.
Ken sees this.
I
Ken said
love
so many things on
Fishmans.
our stream that could get us in trouble.
That's true.
I love Fishmans.
No, they sound great. I personally don't use them for what I do. I guess. As always, that's usually my stance on it. If I don't like something, it's like, it definitely is good at what it does, but I don't use it personally.
I'm too lazy to switch out the pickups.
Yeah. That could be running the effects that we're trying to push the power amp. Yeah, that could be cool. Anyway, sorry, this PRS Custom 22 was my number 3 guitar. And this is just like, again, really straight up, like just for the humbucker tones if I'm doing any high gain stuff, which I feel like with our products, I end up doing a lot of the high gain stuff and Sean does the other stuff. So I use this and the Les Paul quite a bit for tracking rhythm tracks. And yeah, I don't know, just one of those, again, talking with the DGT, like one of those PRSs that just feels really good. It has the thing, and I don't really like the...
No, I was just going to say, we should get your dad to change that to a toggle.
Because if this is a toggle, like I really like the position, like the sounds that it does, for sure. Like it, like kind of splitting all that up. Like... Look, that split sounds really nice, you know? Like, that's the bridge, this is the first split position.
Yeah.
Middle. Like that one a lot. And then obviously for the high gain stuff.
I like how Robbie said that, like, if this stream, this entire stream would be shut down if anyone from any company other than Revv saw it.
I don't think so.
Nah.
I mean,
yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Can you play the Bulls on Parade solo on it? Man, I can't play the Bulls on Parade solo. I can play most of the Bulls on Parade, but not the solo. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So, there's more of you that have probably come and gone. I want to know what were your guys' gear highlights or gear acquisitions in 2022 that you guys are really stoked about?
Yeah. What were your favorite things you picked up?
It was a weird year, too.
Yeah, there was a lot, like the tube thing.
Yep.
Like the beginning of the year, I remember there was a lot of like people just saying that amps weren't going to be a thing anymore because of the whole tube shortage
like
and all that. And
March when that
lasted all of like a week.
Yeah, like when Electro Harmonix decided to say that like
Well,
they weren't shipping.
I think they got tariffed or whatever.
Well, they got tariffed, but then they said they weren't going to ship tubes at all, and I'm like, why wouldn't you just ship them and upcharge like everybody else is? Mm-hmm. That's what was happening with like Baltic Birch and stuff in the beginning, and now you just can't get it at all. So yeah. Ryan's asking what amp you're playing through. Sam's playing through stereo D20s.
Yeah, 2 D20s and a G3 I was using there. Yeah, 2 G20s, or 2 D20s, sorry. And the G3 with the tilt. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, the tube scare thing was kind of weird.
Coming back.
NAMM coming back was so awesome. The show itself was really strange because obviously a lot of big companies didn't come because a lot of big companies I don't think are really that interested in the show anymore. I talked with Michael from Schecter the other day, and he was saying that they're not planning on coming back and that they kind of felt like the show wasn't really worth it the way that it's set up for them for the last few years pre-COVID. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens to that show after this year. I mean, I hope nothing. I hope it still exists because it's so much fun.
It's such a good time.
But yeah, Anthony, NAMM was very odd, right? Like there were so few people or like so few exhibitors there. There was still a lot of like people and a decent amount of dealers and distributors came. So it was a strange thing for sure. And I mean, NAMM needs to. They'll hate me for saying this, but NAMM needs to get their shit together with how they promote that show and how it's set up, what fees people get charged, all that kind of stuff. Like it is. I understand completely why it is not worth it for huge companies to go because they don't need the media and stuff that you get at NAMM. So it's yeah. So yeah, like those guys were kind of, they're all still bowing out by the sound of it. So we'll see how the April show is. But
yeah,
no NAMMTRAX, dude. No, I got COVID at NAMM instead. My first round with
COVID.
COVID came from NAMM, and same with like Kyle got it at NAMM. So did Travis. Like pretty much all of us who hadn't had it got it at the show. So
yeah.
So yeah. But I mean, being able to do that this year was like one of the best things about 2022, like work-wise for, like the tilt was kind of my highlight. NAMM was kind of the second thing and was kind of the start of like traveling for things.
Yeah.
With some
traveling and doing demos and like shows happening and.
Well, and like some resemblance of normalcy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Totally.
Yeah.
And like even being able to like have artists that are on the road again. Like initially when we built the studio here, the goal was to be able to have people to come in-house. And while we were doing this, COVID was happening and no one was touring. And now that started happening again where we've been able to have some of our friends here. Like we had 2 Days Grace, we had Simple Plan, we had John from Monuments, we had Comeback Kid.
Yeah.
Kane Brown, guitarist, what was his name again?
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Yep.
Yeah, Jimmy. It's just that all happening again.
Shine down.
Eric. Yeah, it's just so great to actually be able to like physically interact with all these people now. And whether it be here or remotely doing the Gear Beer interviews thing, That's kind of been a fun thing to get going now that it's feasible, you know?
Yep.
Yeah, all that fun stuff. Do you shoot this live stream on...
In the Revv R&D department, kind of. It's our video studio.
Yeah, it's in the same building as the shop, yeah.
And like as far as R&D goes, most of the time when we're doing stuff like the new combos that we're working on are all sitting right here beside me, off camera. Like we pretty much, we pretty much do most of our R&D stuff here. So.
Yeah.
What do you want to tell Manny? Go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say just the
the
thing. Yeah, we did those things.
I guess we did talk about the Mauler.
We did those things.
I guess we did. Oh, here comes the banner again.
The banner.
Oh no.
Luke messed up again.
No.
I like that you guys actually made that.
Antonio, did I check out the H9 patch, appetite patch or jungle appetite? I have not.
We got to rebuild your board with the H9 again.
Yeah. I still got to figure out what kind of board I want to use. That's the next.
Yeah, we got those tier things that we liked. Yeah. Kind of gives you an idea of how we want to put them together.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
We know we want to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, the combo will make an appearance again soon. I don't know when. What picks do you guys both use? Whatever's closest to
One
me.
mil, Jazz 3, Tortex.
Yeah, I'm using the same as him right now. Honestly, I have like a Jazz size pick, or I use those wind spear
Yeah, those are cool.
things
Those
that
Tom
we
Wind
like.
Spear
We have
picks.
some Revv wind spear picks that I often use. They have like, they're really hard, so they're sharp, so there's like, especially if I'm trying to do your, it's really awesome for
I
it.
did not. That's a Gojira thing that a lot of bands lifted, and it's actually an older like
Sam invented
death
it.
metal thing, but no,
It's
I stole it from Mike Stringer, but I still don't do it as good.
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah. But I like, man, what were those ones that we met those guys from Dunlop?
the Flow,
Yeah, they were great.
the Flow picks you liked a lot. The Flow Tortex, specifically the 88, the green
Yeah.
one. Yeah, it was really nice. Yeah, it's funny how that actually does make such a huge difference, right? Like that's your whole source.
Yeah. So we have, these are, what did you say? They're 1 mil?
1 mil Tortex Jazz 3.
Yeah, they're nice.
Yeah, I like them quite a bit. Since we got these, I've had a hard time using anything else. That's kind of what feels like home for me.
Do you also use those 20 millimeter picks?
That's very thin. I don't think so. Do you mean 2 millimeter? Would be a little thick, but I'd probably use a 2 mil before I'd use a 20 millimeter. Or 0.2. Dava picks are cool too. Yeah, plastic
Is that
body pick
the-
with metal tip.
Well, are you talking about that's what your dad used to use all the time for acoustic guitars, the Dava picks, where it's like the one where it.
And it's like
one's
the
plastic,
divot in
though.
the middle with like the
Yeah.
tip that moves on it. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they're still all plastic.
Yeah, it's all plastic. He still has those in his
Nylon
Taylor
73
case.
and 88. Flow 88. Anthony, Anthony uses those every day.
When I played live, I used 2 picks. I used either it's the dumbest thing. I either used just the Tortex like yellow 7.3 almost all the time, or
yellow 73. Yeah.
or I used the same Jazz 1 pick, red Jazz 1 pick.
Yeah. Was that the bigger one?
Nope.
The tiny one.
The same as this, but I used red Jazz 1 for every show that I ever played.
The same
At
one?
some point, the same pick. And I had it in my wallet for I think I had it for like 12 years.
That's
That
amazing.
if I dropped it at a show, I'd be like, where's my pick?
Yeah,
Like,
I need to find it.
I need that one. So I'd have the other picks so that if I was going to pretend to be a rock star and throw out picks that were like not actually branded with my own branding, I would throw it. Or if people asked me for picks, I would give them the yellow ones. But almost everything I ever played, I used this one
Tobacco Sun
pick.
says I work in surgery and I use these guitar picks that come with our NG2 bridal kit for head and neck surgery. They're awesome. That's interesting. That's cool. Chicken picks, nice. Yeah, those are also pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah.
My hands are broken right now. I'll just stop. Oh,
No,
I
you're
could do
good.
this. Oh, I forgot about that.
Anyways, that's about, I think, our highlights for this episode at least. I mean, obviously things will come up, but if you guys have any questions that you would like to ask or anything you want to hear, now is the time. Let us know. Otherwise, Derek's going to start messing with the Fairfield. You guys ever own any hollow bodies or jazz guitars? You had the Lucille. You have the Lucille.
Yep.
And the Gretches, the White Falcon, and the Chet Atkins. Yeah.
Yep.
I have
really
not
used the...
personally, no. I wouldn't mind owning one someday. My favorite, use it all the time. It's one of the few picks I've ever lost. I lose them so often. But I feel like if you have like something you're like dedicated to like that, you know, dental picks only, nice. That's next level. No flow picks. I can just hear it like warbling.
Oh, he wants me here to play the Grace. The Grace does sound really great. Here.
That's it?
Yeah. That's the second one. The Grace.
Sounds good.
I got some really fun amps in 2022.
You did. It was an amp year for sure.
Yeah, I got another triple rectifier Revision G, like 2-channel this last year. I got the Grace, I got that Marshall, I got that Soldano, I got the Bogner, the 7-watt came in. I got the 5152. We've never had them on here. We should use them at some point, but I bought one of the Omega Obsidians and Granifiers, which are cool amps. Yeah. I don't know if I got anything else. I got a lot of stuff. The EVH Iconic was last year. There's a lot.
Lots.
Yeah.
It was an amp year, 100%. Got a pick from your expired driver's license. Do you remember the pick punch?
Yep.
We used to have one of those at Quest. We just
you?
used old gift cards. Just pick punch them. It was terrible because the edge was just like totally flat, but yeah. That one was kind of a little peanut butter jar in the 90s. Nice. That's awesome. Granifier, yeah, we should hook that up one day. It's a really, really, really good sounding head.
Yep.
Yeah.
They make great stuff.
They do.
Trying to think if there's anything else that like. Oh, I got that Fender. Yeah. There's Stove's bread ties pick. I got that Fender Super Reverb and that Fender Super.
Yeah.
Like a 65 Fender Super Reverb that is just amazing, and then a 1960 Fender Super combo. There's lots of stuff. Oh yeah. You know what? I've played a couple of VH4s, and I've never been, like, super happy with it. I gotta try one again. Oh, there he is, the man of the hour. Everybody give a shout out to Stobes, because he's not here tonight, but he's in the comments, just creeping. Look at how pretty he is. He's just so pretty. I really like the Diesel Herbert.
Very nice amp, yeah.
Yeah,
Really nice
killer amp.
Yeah.
Oh,
Alex, I taped that up in Dorian's office. It's
Yeah.
on his wall. It's good. Nice. Nice. Sweet.
yeah. What else you guys want to know or want to talk about? We're getting long here, you know? You have the VHX? Nice. That looks really
yeah.
interesting.
Did you check grunge? That's what you need, Matt.
The Digitech one or the DOD?
Luke is typing that that's the shittiest pedal of all time, but I disagree.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's the worst.
No, I definitely wouldn't say it's the worst.
There's a lot of DOD pedals that were not wonderful in that batch.
Yeah.
Thank you to Andy for getting them for us, but they were, yeah.
That chorus wasn't so bad.
I saw somebody posted before, they're probably long gone, they asked if I got their picture of the Johnson Millennium. I saw it in the in the group. I didn't.
I was messaging with the guy who won the backpack, and he's like, if I ever want to sell it, I'll message Derek first.
100%.
And I was like, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stiletto Trident Stage 2. No, but that was all the rage for a while. Is the alternate tuning pedal any good? I've used a Digitech drop pedal, which is a pitch shifter. I don't know if it does alternate tunings, but it does do this pitch shifting quite well for tunings, and it's really good, I would say. Yeah. It's cool. It's like a spacecraft mixed with a Western trem. You know what I mean? Like the kind of like...
Yeah, I think you're right. Great for space westerns.
Space cowboys. Alrighty, guys. Well, if there's nothing else, then... Nice. No other questions, then we're going to get a little Fairfield jam in here and probably sign her off for the night. Need a baritone. Yeah, baritone would be perfect. We got to get one of those cheap, like, Dano baritones.
We have the Mooshawk baritone.
We do. We have the PRS. That's true.
Yeah.
Robbie.
What did he say there? Scroll down. I'd like to try one of those old diamond tremolos. I have one.
You do have it, yeah. Yeah, it's a really nice pedal.
Yeah.
Is Diamond happening again?
Yeah, well,
they got
Goodwood Audio, didn't they buy them?
I was going to say someone bought them. Yeah, I heard that they were coming back, which is awesome. They make great shit.
Yeah, something like that.
Bend it. They're ready.
This is the parametric EQ and tilt something, Anthony. You do need it. It's awesome.
Fairfield circuitry, parametric EQ, and tilt. Man, I was trying to do emails in here earlier, and Luke just started blasting Top Gun on his phone. It's like, oh no.
I was lifting all the amps and needed motivation.
Here.
He was very happy to hear it too.
Okay. Thanks everyone for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Oh no, that's not cool anymore. Okay, thanks guys. Is this a Scottish funeral?
It is. Yes.
All right.
Thanks guys.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate
We'll see you
it.
next week.
We'll see you next week.